Hey there, Skeleton Key here. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my mysterious MAYhem Readathon reading and productivity sprints. And yeah, if you're watching this on replay, feel free to read and produce along on the replay, or you can just skip from like little talky bit to little talky bit if you prefer. I'll be talking about a few different things today. I don't have a lot of planning put into this. Yeah, yesterday I was just going all day long, and I'm paying for it today. I'm doing all right now, but I think I'm gonna jump into the sprints pretty quickly here, and kind of try to level out a bit. And yeah, because it's 2:00 in the afternoon here in Colorado, and I just like got out of bed and showered and dressed and got some breakfast. And by the way, the papooses from Trader Joe's, I had a box of those. I thought those looked good, and I'd had papooses before and thought they were really good. So, but I'd never had the Trader Joe's, and it had air fryer instructions on the box, and I tried air frying. These are not meant for air frying. Do not attempt to air fry these things. I ended up just like kind of scraping the half-cooked crumbles into a pan and pan frying the crumbles. So yeah, does not work for air frying. Unless, I don't know, maybe it's just the kind of air fryer I have. I have, it's like a convection toaster oven with an air fryer setting, and but yeah, it does all sorts of things. It's, yeah, I have to say I do like it even better than my my little, what was it called? Vortex from Instant Pot brand. You know, the little, basically an easy bake oven for grown-ups. That's what it looks like. And I love that thing, but it's a Cuisinart, and I like it even better. And no, there's no sponsors. It's just, yeah, just me babbling about my experiences with products. But yesterday I spent a good chunk of the day in Loveland. Got to hang out with one of my book club friends. Well, two of my book club friends. I met them both in a science fiction book club. And but Chad, who, yeah, the Chad Silversmithing, the production team, does my graphics for, you know, the fun graphics, not the okay, here's info and have your little automated thing put it into a format. No, I'm talking like with graphics and, you know, fun stuff. His design team does that. And but anyway, Chad, he's had this on his website for a while now, and I finally decided I could not live without it. And you probably can't see the detail, but it's mixed metals, and, you know, got the copper, and, you know, it looks kind of like leather, and it's a locket shaped like a book, and it latches. I love it. Yeah, I finally decided, it's like, okay, Chad, I can't live without that. And so, you know, they're not sponsoring my channel, but yeah, I'm just a happy customer, and whenever I feel the need for new jewelry, that's where I head. And I do think that sometimes Chad probably designs his design team, they probably come up with things that's like, yep, Stina's gonna buy this. So and yeah, he also does custom work, so I picked out a few stones, and we talked about designs, and so yeah. And so maybe he'll actually do those on his channel, and he has a book out, and I think I'm not sure. Anyway, um, pretty sure I have information, a link to the page below, so you can check that out. No, I'm just happy that they've got a book out, and yeah, it's great. I know they've been working really hard on that. Um, let's see. And if you are joining me live, you can hop into the chat and just say hi, let me know you're here. Or if you want to let me know what you're reading or working on, I am going to be reading on The Flight of the Falcon. And that's for Daphne du Maurier, and it counts for, I don't think it counts for any of the, well, there might be a ghost, so it might count for undead. I don't know if it matches any of the prompts yet, but we'll see. And but it is mysterious, and there's probably some mayhem in there too. And but yeah, you can just hop into the chat, let me know what you're working on, or sometimes it's like you just have to do regular work stuff. But this first sprint, I'm going to be just reading Flight of the Falcon and kind of trying to settle into yeah, something a little calmer than what my life has been the last 24 hours. All right, so let's get our kitty up. Oh, here we go. There. Okay. I'm going to start with 25 minutes on the clock. And so I will see you back in 25. And there is 25 minutes. Okay, so how'd everybody do? And glad to see my friend Edie is here. Hello, hello. And I hope you're doing well. I made it a little bit further in the Flight of the Falcon. I actually kept rereading passages, not because I didn't understand it, but just that there was so much interesting imagery and so many things that it's like, this is important. I need to pay attention and be aware of this for later things in the book. He's our main character, Mr. Fabio, is I forget what his first name is. I should know that. Bayo, which is short for forget what, but anyway, he's still in Rome and he's still working for the tour company, and things are just now starting to kind of happen. And he'll shortly be, if I understand correctly, he'll shortly be heading back to his hometown to investigate. But yeah, we're getting glimpses of his life in, growing up in this, I think, northern Italian city is the impression I'm getting. Rufano, I believe, is, Rufano. And it's a fictional town, but she, Du Maurier did say in like the little disclaimer that it is inspired by an actual Italian city, but it's fictional. Fictionalized version, and the topography is different and everything. So not to go looking for this town, basically. But this is copyright 1965, and I get the impression that this is contemporary Rome, contemporary to 1960, the early 1960s. And there are references made to his older brother Aldo. And apparently Bayo was a caboose because Aldo is 8 years older than he is. And but Aldo was kind of awful, it sounds like. Tormented him with like all this religious imagery stuff that in the cathedral there, and so then there's stuff in Rome that's reminding him of that, and so he's having these bad dreams. And so it's really interesting. So I was going back and forth in this little section, kind of trying to get a sense of what's going to be important going forward. But I am really enjoying this. I love Du Maurier's writing, and so yeah, it'll be nice to get back to that. Although I probably ought to be doing some work in the next sprint. So is there anybody? Yeah, I can't tell right now if anybody is on because the numbers aren't super accurate, at least on my screen. So I don't know if anybody is still actually here, but yeah, you're welcome to say what you're reading or what you worked on during the sprint. But so I was kind of thinking about because one of my prompts is, oh, hi, yay, you're still here. And so one of my prompts for Mysterious Mayhem is to read a book with a story with an undead character, and this is also Zombie Awareness Month, and Kat at Kat's Novel Adventures is running Zombieathon, and so I've been kind of focusing on zombies a little bit, and also this the Flight of the Falcon does reference the story of Lazarus, so that is Lazarus a zombie? I don't know. If in this story, um, the way his older brother Aldo describes his theology, and also keep in mind that apparently his older brother Aldo was a fascist, because Bayo talks about his brother's fascist uniform. So I guess we're talking about World War II era, and when he was a kid. But his theology is kind of warped, and so it in this nightmare that he had about his brother Aldo kind of tormenting with some visual religious imagery. The Lazarus character, Lazarus is kind of zombie-like. So if you want to count Flight of the Falcon for having a zombie character, sure, we will consider Lazarus a zombie. Although I have a feeling we're going to encounter other undead characters in this as we go. So, but I have been kind of on a zombie kick, and I'm also reading Deathless Divide, and I found a few other zombie things that I might dip into this month. Although this month is quickly drawing to a close. So this is the 23rd. So we've got just over a week. So we'll have one more of these. But one of the Zombie-thon prompts is to eat or drink a zombie snack or drink a zombie beverage. And so I was thinking, oh, well, zombie's an alcoholic beverage. Maybe I can try to come up with a mocktail version of it. So I just had this idea that I was going to try to figure out what that would be. So if anyone, I've never had a zombie, and I was reading through some descriptions, and it doesn't, of ingredients of zombie, recipes for zombie cocktails, and I don't think I'd like them. So, and they also, seem to involve, in large part, grapefruit juice, which is another thing that I can't have. I take warfarin and grapefruit juice, a number of medications that people take. So if you take any kind of like blood pressure medication, I figure what all else is affected. But yeah, be sure you stay away from grapefruit juice. So I'm trying to figure out how to come up with a zombie mocktail. And it looks like some of them have pineapple juice, and everyone is like, no, that's not a zombie. I'm like, okay, I like pineapple juice, but so I don't know. Maybe orange. Maybe I can do something with orange juice. But anyway, so during this next sprint, I'm gonna kind of research a little bit and see what I can come up with for that. And I will report back. So let us head into another sprint. And let's see. Another 25-minute sprint work. And it looks like we might have some more people. So feel free to post what you're working on or reading right now. And we can chat about that when we come back from the sprint. Happy sprinting! Meow. All right. Well, I had a fun time looking up recipes and alternatives. So yeah, I'm gonna change and I'll just show you the screen. There we There it is. So, according to the Google and Wikipedia, the zombie was invented by Don Beach at his Hollywood Don the Beachcomber restaurant in 1934. So it's been around just 90 years. So 90 years. And it does not call for grapefruit juice. This original recipe, which this is supposedly the original, the standard zombie recipe, calls for apricot brandy, 4 kinds of rum, pineapple juice, and lime juice. And I did look up some other recipes. Some of them call for like triple sec and orange juice. Some of them call for grenadine. Some call for pineapple juice, but some call for no pineapple juice. So there's a wide variety. Basically, lots of rum, lots of sweet fruit flavors, and more rum. So, and some citrus. Got to have some citrus in there. This one calls for so equal parts dark rum, golden rum, and white rum. 1 part apricot brandy, 1 part pineapple juice, and 1 part lime juice. So that's all equal parts. And then a half part of 151 proof rum. So the first thing I did was like, okay, well, we obviously need a rum substitute because I could probably drink some rum and my meds would be okay with it, but yeah, that's a lot of rum. So, so here's a review of a bunch of different rums. This is the Rum Runner Labs recipe or website, and so there are some decent 0 proof rums out there. Some did better than others in their scoring. And this only did dark rum and white rum. I kind of like Malibu, so I'll probably look for some kind of, tropical rum substitute. Do say none of these really taste like rum. Okay, well, I believe you. But I figure I'll see what I can find, see what I can actually source. I have a feeling I won't find much of these. I won't find very many of these locally. I'll probably have to source on the internet and have things shipped to me. But that's the thing. Then the main recipe there called for brandy, apricot brandy specifically. Most of the things I could find were apple brandy, for non-alcoholic apple brandy. So, and this one, flavors of brandy, fig, dark chocolate, almond, cherry, and vanilla. That sounds good, but probably not what I'm looking for. So I'll probably go more the triple sec route with my mocktail recipe. And so I was looking at non-alcoholic triple sec, and there's some like basically orange syrups kind of stuff. And I think I even have grenadine, which is pomegranate syrup. And then some of the recipes also called for simple syrup. So I think the overriding factor is rum and sugar and fruit. So I will see what I can come up with. Yeah, here's talking about grenadine. And yeah, so I can find some fruity syrups, and I'll probably use some pineapple juice too. And I think the main thing is going to be coming up with the non-alcoholic rum. So obviously I can't make that this afternoon. Oh well. So anyway, has anybody here ever actually had a zombie? I've never drunk one. I've never really felt compelled to do that. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, if you've ever had or made one, if you can tell me what flavors you thought worked best, yeah, pop that into the chat or the comments if you're watching this on replay. And so next week, I'll probably come up with a couple different mocktail recipes and maybe do some comparing. Maybe I can like post them in advance, and that way you can actually show up and try to make up your own recipes, or something similar to what I'm doing, and yeah, we can have like a little zombie mocktail tasting party. And of course, if you want to do real cocktails, that's fine too. Just drink responsibly. And yeah, some of the websites that I found recipes on, it's like I had to put in my birth date to assure them that I was an adult and could look at alcohol advertising. So it's like, okay, so I'm not putting those up on the screen because, oh my gosh, I might, a minor might watch this and be seduced by alcohol. Yeah, whatever. There's so much in this world that is kind of ridiculous, but what you gonna do? All right, so, but yeah, go ahead and let me know about your zombie beverage experiences and what you think I should look for or try as I come up with my mocktail recipes. And yeah, I'll as throughout the week, I'll probably post probably in the community section, just the plain posts, not videos, post some varied mocktail recipes, and that way you can use that to try to come up with something, and we can compare notes next Thursday. So if we're ready for another sprint, I didn't even change my banner out. But yeah, Mysterious Mayhem, if you're just joining recently, this is our productivity and reading sprints portion of the program. And we've been doing some reading sprints. I've been reading The Flight of the Falcon, and just now I've been researching zombie mocktails, ingredients for that. And let's see, I usually go about 2 hours, give or take, for these. So let's see, it's 3:17 here now. So we'll do another, I don't know. Let's do a half hour this time. See if I can change that before I put it up here. Options. Let's do 30 minutes. All right. Happy sprinting. Meow, says the Pomodoro Kitty. And so how'd everybody do? I got some outlining done for a story I'm working on. So it's a time travel story. Yeah, so a while back, I can't remember if it was one of these or something. Anyway, I was making a very muddled description of a time travel plot, and decided, oh, wow, I really shouldn't be writing a time travel story anytime soon. So, and my brain just would not let go of that. So now I've been invited to submit to an anthology coming out and next year, and my brain won't let go of that. My brain's like, let's write a time travel story. So I'm trying to outline, and it has to be centered around a contemporary setting. So in a specific week, because everything in the anthology is going to take place in this 1 week. And so everything has to happen in that week, but it's still going to be time travel, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't. And so I may be scrambling to write something completely different after I realize, oh, that's not going to work. But I am going to try it. And so far, I think it's working. So, do y'all like time travel fiction? I'm a sucker for a good time travel plot. Unfortunately, it's really hard to do well. So a lot of times I'll be reading a time travel book and it's like, no, this isn't working. And if you do like reading time travel books, do you go with the many worlds theory, sort of the William Gibson approach, or do you take the Connie Willis approach, where time is almost a character? And I'm going with the latter, even though from what I understand from people who actually understand physics, which I am not one, it's looking more and more like the many worlds theory, the infinite universes splitting off, is reality. But for storytelling purposes, I like time is all part of a whole. And I like that just for storytelling, even though I realize it's probably not realistic at all. But apparently the many worlds theory is, that approach to time travel is realistic. So I don't know. But I'm going to try. But I will have somebody read it first. Let me know if it works, and two, I'm a little worried that, and it's a book that I haven't read yet, but there is a book that got a lot of buzz in the last couple years, I think, and I've heard how it's more of a time loop, I guess, but I'm worried that the approach I'm taking is going to be too much like that one. So I need to find somebody who's read the other book who can then, give me some feedback as to whether my story is too close or if it's, different enough in its approach that it won't get accused of being copycat or anything like that. I mean, it won't be a copycat because I'm writing it without having read that other book, but it's also that I have another, I have a screenplay that I've been working on, and then a book came out and they made a movie out of it, and it's also, so mine is it's a sort of it's a riff on a modern day riff on um, Rear Window, the Hitchcock movie, and then and every once in a while somebody comes out with one, and sometimes they just kind of hew very closely to the Rear Window plot, and they're more like remakes of Rear Window, but some of them kind of go off on their own themes and everything. And so this, yeah, it's a very different story, but I'm following some of the same story beats and imagery from the original movie and kind of inserting them into, but it's a very different plot. And but it's still a riff on Rear Window. And then this other book came out, and I'm scared to read it because if I read it and it turns out my story's too much like it, then of course there'll be people wondering, well, did I copy or what? So anyway, we are coming up on the hour, and I'll be signing off. But yeah, just wondering how it went for everybody, and thank you for hanging out with me. And yeah, if you want to share anything in the chat, or if you're watching this later, share anything in the comments, anything I've talked about, or just what the weather's like where you are. Yeah, I've been obsessing about the weather lately because the tornadoes have been going nuts in areas of the country where I have people I care about. So I've been a little nuts over that. So I hope you are not experiencing extreme weather or natural disasters or man-made disasters or anything like that right now. And I hope all is well with you. And yeah, I'll see you. I'll be back here next week at 2 p.m. and trying out some zombie recipes, drink recipes, and see how the mocktail thing goes. If I'm not a huge fan of rum, but I do kind of like rum, so this will be kind of interesting to see. I've never tried a non-alcoholic rum before, so that'll be interesting. And then I'll do a book report, probably Monday or Tuesday. I do really plan, and I've been doing pretty good getting that out Monday or Tuesday, a separate book report for the previous week. And I think that's it. Oh, yeah, this weekend. And I don't have the date yet. I need to get that nailed down, and I will make a separate announcement, probably along with a drink recipe, in the community section here, so you can see that. Ooh, comment. Oh, bye. Thank you for stopping by, and it was good to see you here, and I hope you get some good rest. And I think that's it for now, but thank you for stopping by, and hope everything is just absolutely grand in your world. And I will see you Sunday or Monday? Probably Monday. I'm guessing Monday, but watch my community tab. So yeah, if you subscribe to me, you should get that, and especially if you hit the little bell and to follow and see all my posts. And I will talk at you later. Bye.